Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Super Tuesday, and we are live and in effect, just as Code Name Tango got it figured out. Thank you, brother. He is our newest member to sign up as a member of the Salivation Nation. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Yeah, unfortunately, it does not work on tablets. The join button is only on desktop PCs. I'm not sure if it's on the Macs or not, but thank you. We're actually, believe it or not, early. I mistakenly forgot to put the time in the scheduler, so I had to do it. I did it right as I set it to go up. So I apologize for that. They normally start at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Sorry for the confusion, but we are here now, a little bit early, live and in effect, as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device. Yes, indeed. So glad you guys are here. Matthew Crust Life is here. THS is here. We got Mike for Democracy is with us here tonight, and so is Pawpaw Strategy, Yankee Pride, and Liquid Electrum is here. Good to see you, as well as C4, Pawpaw Strategy. Good to see you. All right, let's get into it. From 9 years ago, oh yeah, we're going to go back a little bit in time here, just briefly, before we catch up on some of the comments from modern day. Yes, indeed, we're going into ancient history here. I was interested to see what silver stacking was all about, this being the third video I clicked after watching this sad attempt at satire. I want nothing to do with silver stacking. If you are able to amass over 3,000 subscribers with content this bad, I can only imagine how bad the community must be. This video is terrible. It's so bad that it makes me angry that I might remember it. I actually hate silver now. Thanks, buddy. Be sure to engage your sarcasm detectors on the last two words. Well, Edward, we're here. I'm here to remind you about how bad this video was. You're actually, I think, one of the only ones who thought so, but I think I have just stopped somebody from stacking silver, and this video did it. Wow. I tell you what, I never thought it'd be the day. Here I was, thinking that I was inspiring the community. I just drove somebody away from silver. All right, there you go. Well, Edward, my apologies. All right. Robert Carlson says here, thanks for posting this. I wish they made smaller denominations than the 1 ounce these days. They are beautiful coins, but I can't afford the 1 ounce platinum at the moment. Well, you might be able to now. Platinum's kind of has gone down. Yes, indeed. But there are still fractional sizes available from some bullion dealers, but they stopped making those a number of years ago. I think in 2004, if I'm not mistaken. Very good, and good to see Carrie Turan is here. Steeler Stacker is here. Good to see Steeler Stacker. Make sure to check out his channel. Welcome, my friend. And also West Texas Stacker, another great channel of the community. Good to see you as well. And let's go over here. We got ZXC. When I'm lucky, I'll be able to sell a coin for a slight profit when silver was at $32 an ounce. Now it's $16. Yes. Look at that. So it was $16 9 years ago. That should give you a little bit of hope that, hey, it's not bottoming out or anything like that. Very few coins gain collector value, but when they do, I'll sell it on eBay. For instance, I sold a 2013 5-ounce Libertad for $175. Can you imagine getting a 5-ounce Libertad for $175 today? Boy, that would be great. All right. All right, very good. Let's see here. Welcome from Dayton, Nevada, Zeller 8. Welcome, Zeller 8 from Dayton, Nevada. That's cool. Welcome. Glad you're here. Old Dirty Bastard is here. Salivate Metal has gambled on Shiba, and I'm up 50%. Congratulations. That's awesome. Like I said, I don't have any problem. No qualms at all with people making money on their precious metal purchases. I think that's awesome. Or not precious metal, but crypto purchases. Way to go. Bitcoin always crashes the stock market. Gold doesn't. That's right. You're right. Good to see you, Mr. Blue and Richie Luxury. We are going to be a little bit tapping into the Super Tuesday results at around 7 o'clock. I think we may get a lot of called races by then. But it's just a Super Tuesday anyway. It's super. Why is it a Super Tuesday? Because you are here with me tonight. And we are expecting some scammers tonight. And so if they do call, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make this thing interesting. Anybody that super chats, no matter how small it is or how big it is, we will incorporate whatever you say into the call. So if you want to take part in the scam call, just super chat something very small, mainly so I can see it. And by the way, speak of the devil, here comes a scammer right now. Here we go. All right. Hello? Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, sir. This is Jack with State Department of Healthcare. How are you today?
I'm doing just great. I'm a little bit tired, but I just got done exercising, but I'm okay. How are you doing?
Uh, I'm also doing great, sir. Thank you.
Good. May
So
God
this
bless
is
you with long life.
thank you, sir, very much. So this is a follow-up call for you. I believe you already have insurance through Marketplace. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct, and thank you for the follow-up call. I remember speaking to you 2 days ago, so thank you. I remember that specifically. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank
Okay. Now what do we do?
Okay, sir.
Now what do we do?
Sir, so you have received any additional benefits or not?
I've not received them yet, but let's go because I want to thank you for covering this. You know what I mean? Hold on 1 second, sir.
Okay.
Do not go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. Hold on. We got somebody else calling in too. Just a second here. Thank you, Liquid Electrum. Oh, we lost both calls. Dang it. Thank you, guys. All right. Thank you, Liquid Electrum. Good to see you. India Brahmin. All right, there is a Gold Chick. Welcome. Good to see you. And let's see here. There you go, Liquid Electrum. Thank you. All right, let's get. Thank you, brother. First super chat of the night from Liquid Electrum. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Let me give you 5 quick push-ups, by the way. Since sometimes we might lose the scammers right when you say something. Yeah, if that happens, I apologize. But so I'll do your push-ups. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Since we're a little early, we'll get into this. And so we're going to watch some of these races here as they do that. Very good. Let's see here. Very, very good. 125th of my Sheba winnings. Nice. Way to go, Matthew Crust Life. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's right. We're going back in time, Alan Gold. That 9-year-old comments. So now we're going back up to today's comments, though. I have a goal here. The reason why I'm going back to the old 9-year-old comments, I have a goal to try to either heart and or respond to every single comment that has ever been posted on this channel. It's a tall order, but we're getting there. We're nibbling it little by little. So yes, indeed, it's called Desperation. And it is, let's see here. And yeah, there we go. And yeah, very good. And whatever other word you want to use for it, that's what's happening here. Supreme Court saved the country. Yes, it sure did, Liquid Electrum. You're exactly right. They sure did. All right. So Metal Seer with the super thanks, which I appreciate very much, says major vault companies like Bullion Vault have far better security than what I can afford to have at home. And I don't want to put my loved ones at risk for money. So I store only 3 months' income in coins at home for SHTF situations, and the rest at Bullion Vault in New York. I can get all or part of it wired to my checking account in 1 business day. Yes, there's counterparty risk, but Sal has that in letting someone else hold coins for him. That's true. I hope I never have to read about one of Sal's citizens being killed or injured over money. Money is not the most important thing in life. That's exactly right. Very true. Very, very true, Metal Seer. Yep. And yep, there's counterparty risk, and I engage in it to a point. But so yeah, and if you trust the place, there's nothing wrong with it. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. All right. Thank you, Matthew. My life is even more miserable than I imagined. Yes, indeed. It's pretty bad. I live a pretty desperate, lowly life here. Let's see here. Very good. Okay, let's see. That is actually a legitimate call. I was about ready to answer legitimate. I don't get very many legitimate calls, so I have to kind of work myself through here. All right. DPR Rhythm says, I don't think I could ever trust the third party. I have a wife and kids I trust with my life. Definitely some other immediate family that have like minds. We stick together and know that nothing is worth any of our betrayal. That's as far as my trust goes. Yes, indeed. Very good. Thank you. And, anytime you put trust in anybody else, it's technically a third party. But some people you can trust more than others, right? So I understand. Very good. All right. Count Derpula is here. Good to see you. Yeah, Gnome, the silver pulled back today. I think it's because it far outperformed gold in the past couple of trading sessions. So it was kind of normalizing. And typically it normalizes. Gold pulled back a little bit today as well, too. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. All right, now Liquid Electrum says gold might hit 2,200 today. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Yeah, it didn't quite get there, but it was something to watch it go up for sure. I'll have to lose the mistress if I want to stack in 2024. I hear you, Matthew. It's crazy, getting crazy expensive. Me too. I tell you, it's getting. I have as I mentioned in the video, I've got a piece on delivery that I bought before, which basically will be spot price if prices stay where they're at now. Thank you again, Matthew Crest Life. Good to see SEC Coin, Smith Coin, 2024 prediction, 28 to 38 to $30. That's right around where I'm at too. I predicted $28 by the end of the year. Good to see you, Cyber Curtain Twitcher. Mike for Democracy, 5 years silver up 32.49%, 10-year silver up 50.73%, 15 years 40%. Good long-term trends. Wow, that really puts it in perspective. Dude, that really does. Wow, that's cool. I didn't know it performed that well in the past 5 years. That's really good. I tell you what, that beats inflation if you look at it from those points of time. Overall, that's good. Thank you, Mike. I think that says a lot. That should encourage silver stackers. That's invaluable. Thank you, Mike, and welcome to. Let's see here. Bitcoin broke the silver cap, next market cap, gold. Yeah, that's right. It very well could, as much as Bitcoin broke all-time records today, I think, right? It's crazy. Very good. Good to see Noam, Abraham Dudai. Good to see you. Tony Erickson is here. Welcome, Tony. No problem. We're just glad that you're here tonight. Thank you for joining us. As we march through here, we've got the Platinum Beast says, never trust the banks. Imagine you had a friend who always wanted your money, always profit on your money, and never gave you any of it. That ain't no friend of mine. That's true. Although right now they're paying a little bit of interest if you get a money market, but it's not much. David G says, thanks, Al. Maybe time for a bank holiday. And they may have cards up their sleeve, but they've been caught cheating. Yes, indeed. For sure. Good to see Calvin Cooper. Just made a purchase today. Very good to see James Smith. And yes, indeed, good to see Pakistan Zindagood. 24 today, 25 this Friday, 26 next week. And $1 every week until my birthday, when you will be doing 100 plus push-ups at $40 an ounce and 10 push-ups for every dollar above that. Let's settle up New Year's Eve. All right, we will do it. I tell you what, I would almost, I've bet 100 push-ups that won't happen. In fact, I'm willing to up the ante to 150 push-ups plus $2 for every above that if he wants to, if he'll do $200 instead of $100 to pay to me. I could use the money. No kidding. All right. But no, we can keep it where you're at. Whatever you feel comfortable with is in the good. Thank you. I'm glad you remembered. So whatever you think there. Matthew Crust Life says, I think a lot of the small banks will be eaten up by JP Morgan and the likes. I think so. I think we're kind of already seeing that to a degree. I mean, heck, JP Morgan was part of that bailout process for sure. Fortuna Mint. Fortuna Mint, I think, is Credit Suisse. I think they're Credit Suisse. Thank you, Dennis Niemeyer. Good to see you guys. Thanks for the thumbs up. I need my 2 push-ups. There you go. Martin. Oh, yeah, that's right. I do owe Matthew 2 push-ups. We'll rake it in with the next super chat, if that's okay. But thank you for reminding me. I need to give you those, and thank you for your super chat donation. Jeff Nelson, the Federal Reserve has more tricks up their sleeve than Houdini, and none of them are any good for the taxpayers for sure. Exactly right. They're only going to enrich themselves for sure. My kitten is a grandmaster. Let's get to this one because we're expecting our first real scammer call from schedule here any moment. What's up, Mr. SM and everyone? Don't know all these banks are having crisis unless they're accepting Bitcoin as deposits. Oh, man. Yep, we ain't seen that happen. Good to see Dean R is here. Get that sledgehammer ready. Oh, yeah. Good to see you. Neil Farrar is here. Oh, wow. Zindagood liquidated all my crypto bags today at 68K and went short. Let's decide July 4th if you want to up the ante. Okay, sounds good. We'll decide on July 4th. Okay, we'll revisit this because it is still early in the year. So thank you for that. We will do that. And that's awesome. Let's get over here to Busamio. There will be one bank to rule them all. Stay quiet. They will be coming for your gold. Well, we know that we have it in our possession. Let them try and come and take it. Rob Moran. Of course, we could lose it in a boating accident too, or some other accident in the North Pole or what have you. Rob Moran, for sure, banking system changes are coming soon. But everything will be done to keep us calm. They cannot have another 1776 again. That's exactly right. Here comes our first scammer of the night. Remember, any super chats that come up, we will implement them into the call. Here we go. Hello?
Hi, it's Todd.
Todd, you're 3 minutes late. How you doing? 4 minutes late. 4 minutes late. 4 minutes. I'm sorry.
No, it was 6:08. Nice try, though.
Well, it's 6:09. By the time
I'm working all day, it's hard.
That's what she said. Yeah, go ahead. Right. Exactly. Right. So how may I serve you today, Todd?
Yeah, so I know you were looking at, what, you have a 250K balance, right?
Yes, I do. And by the way, Todd is, as the great Beavis once said, Todd is cool.
I love it.
Todd is the great. Yes.
So with your positions now, who do you have positions out with?
Hold on, let me consult my Kama Sutra manual, or what is it? Kama Sutra? I've got Kama Sutra manual for all the positions that I'm engaged in. Hold on 1 second here. Hold on. Let's see here. An 1812 capped bust, $50, showing a moderate amount of cleavage. Wait a second. I'm consulting the Red Book, the United States Red Book. I'm sorry, wrong book. I don't have a Kama Sutra book, but I know all the good positions anyway. You know what I mean?
I feel you. So let's get down to the dirty work.
Okay, I'm actually kind of a neat freak and a germaphobe, so can we maybe spray some Lysol in the room first?
I don't know. It depends on how dirty it is,
Right, exactly. Yeah. So anyways, so let's see here. So I would like to get about $250,000 in a loan from your company working with you, Todd. Can we make that happen?
We can, but, I just want to know the positions-wise, so I'm working at, or I know what I'm working with. So if there's a few positions, I would
Missionary,
like to,
69, reverse cowgirl. Those are just the ones that come in my head. Cowgirl, cowboy. No, is it cowgirl?
Yeah, those are some nice cowgirl cowboys. I like that.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about sex. And
right.
We're talking about sex.
Keep on going. Keep singing it.
And we're talking about sex. Ooh.
I like the falsetto there. Yeah, that's sweet. Nice.
I try, brother. I try.
Well,
but listen, honestly, I don't know if you're messing with me or not. You probably are a little bit, but I also like to have fun as well. If that's the case, and there's let's say there's 6 months left on your positions or less, it's definitely a possibility for buyout. And we can stretch it out 18 to 24 months depending. But yeah, you may be messing with me. I don't care. I like having fun too. It's fine.
Oh, I went to that D a little bit off there, but you got it. Can you sing something over that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. It's in the key of G. Here we go. Oh, Todd. Come on, Todd. He was not answering. And he said he wanted to have fun, but I guess not. All right, let me put the guitar
Your
away.
call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Todd! I thought you were gonna sing to me. I spent all the time and energy pulling the guitar out. I could have done 2 push-ups for Matthew Crustlife in that time. But no, I decided to do that and call you back so you can sing to me. Sing to me, sing with me, sing for the years, sing for the silver, sing for the tears. You know what I mean, Todd? Come on, man. Come on, brother. A shukalaka binga boonga binga banga hooga. Okay, thanks, Todd. Thanks. All right. Well, we're getting our next one here in about 3 minutes or so. All right. Remember, any of the scammers that call, any of the super chats that come through, we will incorporate whatever you say in that super chat into the call. Yes, indeed. I wish I knew some COC to play. Sorry, my friend. Good old CNC. Corrosion and conformity. Love it. All right. All right. Let's see here. Let's get a... No tears. No more tears. That's right. All right, here we go. And Tony Erickson, who was late tonight. I can't believe that Tony Erickson was late. This is a troubling situation, but he's here now. We love him. Good to see you, Michael K. Gold rush. Exactly. And Tony Erickson, actually, believe it or not, this is what led to this evening's video, partially to this evening's video. All right. DR, all I know is that those in power will never give power away willingly. Expect a biblical mess before November. Yes. Oh, yes. I think we're going to see some issues for sure. And we've got Cemetery Shop. We certainly are living in interesting times. Dollars are fading out and gold is racing onward. I'm ready for it, whatever it may be. Indeed. And you're right. By the way, Cemetery Shop, that was a good idea about making a scammer emoji. I need to do that. I need to figure that out so that it can be clear, concise for scammer. Oh, yeah, very good. And good to see World Money Wins. Exactly right. By the top. Yes, indeed. Yes, Big Stack McGee is alive. He just doesn't post as much these days, but he did make a return for a while. But then he kind of skedaddled to the sidelines. But yes, indeed. Strong Stacker. Yes, March 11th will be the next wave to start the next rounds of bank collapses. Yes. All right. Well, I'm not so sure that it will be the case, but it could be the beginning of something that could lead to it. We'll see here. All right. User, people are finally realizing how corrupt the set is. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. We have here Cybercurrent Twitter. I have zero respect for banks. They have made too much out of us all for too long. They sure have. They sure have. No question about that. Dennis Niemeyer, good information. Be prepared. Thank you, Sal. Thank you. Dennis Niemeyer, appreciate it. Slurp time to clear all the negative energy. That's right. Put my name in the hat for Aerosmith's lead singer. Didn't he, his larynx get burst or something like that? Or I don't know. Something happened there. Part-time Preppers makes a comeback to the channel here. We love Part-time Preppers. Him and the hand model. With gold at all-time high as I write this, and Bitcoin almost at all-time high, it's obviously telling you something about the dollar. Yes, I think so too. I have one of the new Janet Yellen dollars now. And even smells like a grandma. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. Let's see. And where to go? How much silver and gold should we have all stacked up? You know, I get that question a lot. I may actually do a video on that. Stay tuned, Silver Tiger, about how much gold and silver you should stack up, because it's not an easy answer. It's not just a quick answer. But anyways, let's see here. Clear Lake says, welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Exact opposite of last year. Yeah. Show that never ends. Yes, indeed. All right, and a wackadoodle. Yeah, but the bill is famous now, so it might actually be worth more. All right. Yes, that bill, perhaps so. Maybe so, that bill. Yeah, this, the one that I show on all my videos that I'll continue to show. I have it here too, but I've also got set aside these others, but this is the famous bill. Coco, that's right, Richie Luxury. It's the Coco. Glad you guys are here. We are, appreciate you guys joining me. We are going to, at about 7 o'clock, which is about 20 minutes, 40 minutes from now, And we are going to check around and see at the opening to kind of dip our fingers into the Super Tuesday results. Don't think there's going to be many surprises there if the polls are correct, but we'll cover a little bit of it anyway for the East Coast states. Benny says the real reason inflation is up is because there's more of a demand for fiat cash, meaning that fiat is worth even more than it's ever been. Yeah, I guess you could say that. They need more of it in order to spend, but it's actually worth less. It takes more of those bills to buy the same amount of goods and services, which means we need more. It is more in demand because they need more of it. It's kind of a never-ending cycle. All right. And Choosy Who says, yes, sir, it will trigger a banking crisis because of the higher for longer rate of JP. All right. Yes, indeed. That very well could be. That could break it. Wasilla Stacker is here from Wasilla, Alaska. Good to see you up in the cold. What's the temperature up there right now, Wasilla? All right. And let's see here. Very good. No procrastination. Thank you, Paula G. And I appreciate you watching and being here for so long. It means a lot to me that you're here. Dean R. is with us as well. Good to see you. And let's see here. Figured out how much silver one would need for a year-long time frame. Multiply that by the years needed during an SHTF. There's your video. Yes, that's a good idea for video. And I should somewhat cover that in my silver and SHTF scenario. But yeah, just depends on what could be coming, right? All right, let's see here. Hold on to your hat, says No IQ. That's right. And your gold and silver. True that. Dale Val says, sell. All the indicators are pointing to a toxic debt overload. If it's 24 or 25, who knows? I'll have to disagree with your analysis. All right. Well, coming in toxic debt overload, well, we'll see if that actually happens. They've been able to run up that debt for so long that it seems like it just could keep going. The debt to GDP ratio is near at wartime levels now, and we're not even in a war. So it's kind of crazy. But anyways, let's move here. We've got Alan says here, let me get to this where we can make it happy. Alan says, I saw a video earlier about a film I know of but have never seen, The Matrix. Oh, great movie. You're missing out if you've not seen it. They were showing still frames where the main character's passport showed him as being born on March 11th, 1962. It also showed the passport expiration on 9/11/01. The character then would be 62 years old on March 11th, 2024. So the speculation is that March 11th, 2024 is a possible false flag event. Interesting. That is fascinating. Wow. It's amazing what you could do with numbers. Oh, yeah, very good. And let's see here. We've got the Corey Benalf says, as far as adopting or participating in a central bank digital currency, if they're going to be forgiving personal debts, as somebody who has just over $250,000 in debt due to buying a house, 2 new cars, and a student loans for both master's and bachelor's program, I would be extremely hard-pressed to say no. I'm fully aware of the evils that lie underneath the digital currency, so I'm kind of at odds with what I would do. Although I do know I will continue to acquire precious metals when and where I can, while simultaneously paying down those same debts. Yes, good for you. Definitely good for you to do that. All right, let's see here. And we've got Annie Oakley says, scary financial times for sure. Yes, it is a scary situation for sure. Bama 18NC, I like you, brother, but this was your clickbait title in a while. All right, well, Bama, you've not been here in a while, but anyways, this is just asking the question, and I answer the question. It's not really clickbaity at all. I think a lot of people use that term and not really understand what it means. Let's see here. Did Wasilla Stacker ever answer what the temperature was there? I guess I could look it up myself, but anyways. I'm looking back up here to see if Wasilla Stacker answered. I don't see it. But I think, anyways, all right. Yeah, I don't see it. Anyways. All right, let's see here. William says central bank needs to go away along with the other BS authoritarian monopolies. Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that could go away, I think. Zero needs to challenge me in a push-up contest. Probably could beat me. He probably could beat me. Dean R. says, I think the Fed will kick the can down the road on March 11th, although I believe they want many of these smaller banks to fail so they can consolidate, making it easier to implement CBDC. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're onto something there. They'll be able to allow as much as they can to collapse as much as they want. But yeah, I agree. Thank you, Michael K. I appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate it very much. So Thomas B. Zlinovitz says, let's see if you start to hear anything from the mainstream news on the new highs for gold. Go to daily job cuts and you will see people are getting laid off in every sector and credit is drying up. In June, the job losses could get out of control and rates may be cut to zero. Think gold smells this. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go to zero. That would be if they. I mean, unless they're going to do that over the course of many months. But yeah, crazy. But it is. Who knows? We've got. He also says the lower end of America is sinking fast, and even better off a few weeks ago to be in default. But I think 70% of America won't be spending anything. But food and a roof become real. That's right. Things are tough for people out there, but there's a lot of gold being sold, as I talked about this evening. And we've got John Neckstein says here, begging for it. Slavery from one form of IOU, nothing, to another form of IOU, digital nothing. Insane. Yep. That's why I like hard assets. That's what she said. Very good to see. Ghost watching Ace Tone is here. Wow, that's crazy. Hero Bullion, change your e-check policy. No more after ordering thousands of dollars of stuff from them. It's 28 degrees today. Wow, that really stinks. I wonder what's going on there. Thank you, 28 degrees. Thingamajigger, I was wondering why I wasn't getting notifications on videos and lives. Saw that it was unsubbed. Yeah, it's been doing that. I don't understand why that's happening, Thingamajigger. But yes, I post daily videos. And so if you want, you can just subscribe to the channel. And if you go to the channel page and you have that in your bookmarks, then you'll have it there and you should be able to see it. If you click on videos and go to the latest, you will see the latest video posted there. Yes, indeed. So that should help you out. And you'll be able to see if you're subscribed or not. Good to see Paul Sargent, Slurpaholic, slurping here with us. We're Slurpaholics, aren't we? Even Count Derpula is a Slurpaholic. Greetings from Western Tennessee. Welcome, Ann's 1293. Good to see you. And by the way, if you guys have not voted today, please stop what you're doing and head on down to the polls real quick. I will be here when you get back. I promise. Well, unless you live like 80 miles from the poll, but I doubt you're going to live 80 miles away. But please vote today, if you don't mind. Ask chat to help me get to 1,000. All right, check out the Pakistan Zindagood. And he'll get monetized over 1,000. He's got 10,000 ounces accumulated since 1999. So check out Pakistan's in the good. I'm subscribed too. Stacker Factor. You love to see it. Silver inspectors get up. There you go. That's right. Get up for them silver inspectors. Thank you, Stacker Factor. 66 Sam says here. Let me get this into action. Was thinking about cleaning my fan today, but if the poopy is going to hit it any second, seems like a waste of time. That's right, exactly. Do you collect star notes? I have a nice stack of them, mostly 1s and 20s. Nice fidget spinner. Thank you. Yes, I do not collect star notes, but I've seen them from time to time. It's pretty cool. Polls not open in Florida today. Yeah, they may not be one of the Super Tuesday states. If you live in a Super Tuesday state. But we'll at around 7 o'clock we'll start watching for the numbers. And that is quite some time from now. We have about 32 minutes before that occurs. Gold Chick is hatching out as the chick on this video. Thank you, the lovely Gold Chick. We also have Jared Johnson says, how appropriate that it would be 311. They're obsessed with the number 33. Yep, 33. We'll just wait till 2033. Imagine the frenzy they're going to have then, right? Speaking of frenzy, Mark Zuckerberg, among other billionaires, hoarding gold video. Cheeseman, Sal, the elites are about to do as I say, not as I do. And they can't maintain their wealth and status unless the masses are equally ignorant and poor. We all know this. But we can fight against that by holding on to precious metals. All right. All right. Let's see here. TX Music Drummer. We'll be doing my civic duty in Texas. Way to go, Texas Music Drummer. And before you do that, make sure you do a paradiddle on the drum kit before you head out there. All right. And Richard Metcalf says, cautiously optimistic. Yes. Gold reaches high. Yes, indeed. Cautiously. Of course, these things, when goes up, can come back down again. May not always, but there's a possibility. Lars Job says here, let me put this in here. He says, they can pull all the cards they want. It's just the same con. What is coming can only be stalled for so long. Yep. And how long will that be? We really don't know. We shall see. But very, very good. What happens? Thank you, Lars. He has been, man, last month he gifted like 100 Salivate Metal Channel gift memberships. It's crazy. And I think he did them on the same night. It's crazy. Hoarding, Ibg, hoarding. Stacking, big time stacking, big time. John Paul says here, let's get this in. He says, when those whom are running the show and trying to force all humans under their globalist world government realize that they will achieve more by switching over to their existing CBDCs, then that's when they will allow the national currencies to go chaotic. The public will suffer and beg for the rulers to save them. To be saved, one must accept the masters will dictate, and people will think they're free, but they're pretty much just tax slaves on the modern plantation. That's true. Yep. Exactly right. They're going to wait till it gets really bad before they actually switch over so that people will beg for it. All right. All right. Paradiddle is way to the polls. That's right. Exactly. Very good. Nice. And we've got coin collecting fun. Big like number 289. Thank you for the thumbs up. They do help on the videos. We actually did a experimentation on that. Very good. And we've got thumbs up from Silita. Thank you, Silita. No censorship says Zuckerberg is selling your data and buying gold with it. Nice. Well, makes you wonder. He got a big old hack, worldwide hack today. Crazy. Very good. Let's see here. Richard Metcalf says, I don't know how the banks have survived so long. I don't know if anybody's old enough to remember when you could put money in a savings account. You actually earn more than the inflation rate. It's a win-win relationship. How the heck does... Oh, yeah, the government spending spree. The government spends, yep. Spend a lot of money. They got to get that money from somewhere. And most of it they're getting from printing. Good to see Tom Larson is here. And, yeah, if you need to ask me a question, there's two ways you can do it where I'll see it. Easiest way is just to type salivate metal with no spaces in between. And it will light up orange. If you put a space in between or just say Sal, it's not going to show up. And I may not see it. Or you could do a super chat and do it there. Those stand out like crazy. So check that out. So yeah, those are two ways you can get my attention. I'll be able to see it. So I apologize. I do try to pay attention anyway, but sometimes I miss some things. And let's see here. Smart Tim says, sadly in the UK, the thief will probably have more rights than me when it comes to life or death, and that's a shame. It seems like in most Western countries, justice kind of is a little bit off kilter these days. A lot of criminals get away with some crimes, it seems. My dogma: the money changers never lose because we continually suck up their schemes instead of arresting them. Yeah, it's tough, and it's tough to arrest them because they're kind of in charge, right? And we have FNU clone. Fed res merged into the U.S. Treasury. I know I've heard that talked about back in the last administration, but it did not happen. It did not happen. Thank you, Pakistan's in the good. Yeah, we would know it if that was the case. Federal Reserve merged into the Treasury. That has not happened. No IQ. Every time you call 90% junk silver, an angel loses its wings. That's right, exactly. I don't like the term junk silver. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, what happened here? I'm just checking for something. Timed out by Microdemocracy. Nose is welcome, but mine isn't. COVID. Okay, yeah. Mike, just be careful. You'll be back here soon, but yeah, it's just for 60 seconds. But just kind of be careful. One thing we try not to do is to try not to insult the channel, other viewers on the channel, if you don't mind. But yeah, anyways, but yeah, I like to kind of limit that kind of thing, deleting comments, because I like it to be a free speech zone, no matter what your viewpoints are. But just try to limit the kind of, I don't know, any backhanded insult if we can. I mean, and again, I don't mind any kind of pushback and challenging people's viewpoints. I encourage that. I like a spirited dialogue and a debate. I think that's healthy. And like I said, anything that's against any politician, no matter what, that's free game. You can call them whatever name you want, but just kind of be, just a little careful is all we ask. But thank you, appreciate it. All right, let's move ahead here. Now we've got FNU clone. All of us citizens are transmitting utility. Are a transmitting utility. Debt is fake. That's an interesting concept. I guess they could wipe it away. That's part of what the debt jubilee is about. How important is the debt? That really is something that made people, because a lot of people, the debt doesn't become an issue unless it's politically expedient for both parties, by the way. The Democrats and Republicans use it for political reasons until said party is in control, and then it doesn't become that much of an issue for some reason. And maybe it's because they think something is going to be happening, some sort of a reset or some sort of, I don't know, it's going to be something where they're going to transition to something, a revaluation, a great revaluation, who knows? All right. Bill Granger. Thanks, Bill Granger. Thank you. All right. Appreciate that. MS Road, I respect your free speech view, even though you like Benedict Donald. All right. No worries. Thank you, MS Road. I didn't know you were against Donald Trump. Alan Gold says this chat should only be insults. That's right. Maybe insults to me, right? That's right. Very good. That's right. We have free speech, but we are not free from the consequences of that speech. That's right. That's true. Yeah. But I just, I don't want to, I don't know. I kind of draw a line here. I don't want it to be too disruptive in the chat, as far as that is concerned. But I like the people to be able to express themselves, but also kind of respect each other too in the views. All right, Metal Seer with a factoid here, $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Says Dutch central bank has 612 tons of gold. Wow, that's amazing. And you know what? Here's something else. Here's the Dutch central bank's quote on gold. This is a direct quote from the Dutch central bank. That is, gold is the anchor of trust. And speaking of anchor of trust, I owe you 2 push-ups, and I owe Matthew Crustlife 2 push-ups. We're gonna put those together for his super chat and yours. Is Matthew still here? If he comes back, let him know that I did those 2 push-ups for him. Here's 4 push-ups. We're gonna make that happen. Capping. Oh yes, we are. Oh yeah. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 on this Super Tuesday. And we're going to dip into the Super Tuesday results at around 7. I have a feeling we're going to have some races called on the East Coast by then. So we're going to monitor that when that occurs in about 23 minutes from now. 1776 algorithm food. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Chairman says, go all in on gold. Money for 2 months. Rest gold and silver. Love it. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. Well, a lot of people are going all in gold. Speaking of all in gold, Alan Gold, let me know about people going all in gold today for sure. We're going to get to that video here in a moment. Jeff, not a lot they can do to continue to delay the inevitable, he says. Can't keep printing with no consequences, and the longer they delay, the worse things will be when it happens. That's true. Sooner or later, the house of cards is going to come down. I don't know what that's going to look like, but we'll see here. All right, let's see what we've got here. Thank you, Mr. Ninja. I try my best to do them correctly. Sometimes, when I'm really tired, my back gets arched a little bit. Just full confession here. All right, very good. All right. And Apology is a veteran and a woman, and we thank you for your service. We thank you for your service. All right. And let's see here. DD Prepper, they got a new plan coming, and it's called Kick the Can Even Harder. That's right, DD Prepper. You nailed it on that one. That's for sure. All right, let's get into this comment here about the World Economic Forum. Everybody post the clown Klaus Schwab emoticon here. If you're a channel member, you'll have access to that. The Klaus Clown emoticon. The one world government represented by the World Economic Forum, in order to accomplish you will own nothing and you will be happy, has to create a hyperinflation all over the world. Since we know that the central banks are buying gold like crazy, including the Fed, the world will be out of food, wheat, meat, and also very expensive oil, like $150 per barrel. They want to reduce the population to 2 billion people. They want to take all the properties from the people. They will buy all the gold as possible, devalue the currencies, that people will work almost for free. If I make this puzzle, I will conclude that they will make the gold skyrocket. Their money is secure by gold, and the sheeps will be left with nothing but debts. That very well could be. It's already going up like crazy, and people are buying, maybe thinking that, for sure. We'll see here. Rob Moran is here. Welcome. Thank you, Rob. Welcome aboard, my friend. Good to see you. I appreciate all you guys joining us here tonight as we march on through. No IQ says, by golly, Sal, this is an interesting topic. Thank you, No IQ. Appreciate you checking it out. We love No IQ. And DJ says, March 11th is my birthday. All right. That's what's happening. Pieces season. There you go. A happy birthday coming up to you. And Kent Channel TV here on the Platinum video. He says, hello from Russia. Well, greetings. I don't get too many viewers from Russia. I appreciate you coming by. Thank you so much. Looks like you have a Russian coin on your channel, a Russian gold coin for your channel icon. He says, yes, it was nice to look at the platinum coin 1 ounce. We have not minted such coins for many years, although they were issued in the 90s, and in the USSR recently showed on his channel the rarest coin of Russia with a circulation of 900 pieces of platinum, the Russian ballet. Yeah, there's a platinum ballerina as well, too. But I didn't know they made one of platinum as well as palladium. I really like it, and now it's in my collection. Congratulations, Kent. That's awesome. Way to go in finding that. It's really, really good. And a user says, what can we expect is another can kicked. That's right. Exactly. You guys are awesome. Very good. And Rob Moran's birthday is coming up on the 9th. Woohoo. Happy birthday to you. If you have a birthday coming up at any time this year, from right now to the end of the year, or from right now to any day up to from January 1st to right now, post yes in the chat. I want to know. There's probably not going to be very many of you, but let me repeat. If you have a birthday coming up from today, including today, through the end of the year, or a birthday from today dating all the way back to the beginning of the year, January 1st, type the words yes. That's YES in the chat. I want to know. I'm very curious. Not many people can say that. I don't know. I'm very curious to see if you... Cemetery Shop is the only one so far that I can see here that has had a birthday within that range of 366 days this year. This is interesting. Okay. Azir Blue is confident. He's yes. Wow. 2 people. Amazing. Even Ghostwatch has one. I can't believe it. This is blowing my mind. Liquid Electrum is a yes on it. Tom Larson also was on it. He was on February the 28th. Look at that. I can't believe it. Michael K even has one. Statistically, this just seems impossible, folks. Statistically, this live stream on this Super Tuesday should go viral. I kid you not. It's insane in the membrane. I can't believe it. Look at all these yeses. Man, oh wow. Although Alan Gold hasn't said yes yet, so maybe he's not a part of this. I can't trick Dale Val. It's the trick don't tricky. It's tricky. Mostly folders, a bit of everything with a $2 super chat. His birthday is this Friday. Happy birthday to Mostly Folders. Mostly folders, a bit of everything. Thank you, Mostly Folders. There you go. I guess he's a nice channel. He likes the folding knives. Thank you. Happy birthday this Friday to you. Alan Gold says 69. Oh, we know where his mind is. It's on the number 69. All right, the Metal Seer with a $2 super chat. Trivia, excluding Sal, why is Mercury Dime so called that? Let's see what you guys say to it. There it is. That's the trivia question. And thank you. All right, you know what? I'm going to actually... very good. Let's see here. Very good. All right, thank you. Yeah, check out Metal Seer's... answer that question. I'm curious to see what you guys think about that. All right. Wasilla hasn't had a birthday in a decade. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. All right, Homestead Aquarius says, thank you, Sal. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you watching this video. Niels Han Dynasty says, I was hatched. There you go. He was hatched. That's right. That's why he says buy silver and platinum. There you go. So I'm going to take that and Metal Seers and Mostly Folders. That's 6 push-ups I'm going to give you guys. Thank you so much. All right, let's see here. Let's do 6 push-ups in grand scale here. All right, we've gotten to it. And let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Thank you. Sweet home, Pennsylvania. All right. Let's see here. The other 2 scammers did not call us today. All right. Those sons of biscuits. Eli here says the following. Excellent information, Sal bro. It's amazing how much gold and silver has gone up in just the past 7 or 10 days. I think silver jumped up like 7 or 8%. On the topic of interest rates, I'm in the same boat that there will be a pivot in the summer, but there's a very small growing inclination that they may increase interest rates if inflation keeps rising. Yep, that's right. And I kind of doubt it, but we shall see. Very good. All right, Mr. Ninja was the closest answer for Metal Seer. We'll let you guys continue to guess that. I like the stuff he posts. Metal Seer with his trivia questions here. Really good. And let's see here. Where are we at? Let's get over here too. My britches are Electrum. We got to convince him to change his handle name too. This is getting ridiculous. I feel bad for anyone not stacking or who hadn't stacked because the elites are robbing the public right now and nobody's doing anything. I want to start protesting, I feel like. I'll tell you what, there's going to be a matter of time where we might see some organizations and some people march on this stuff. And have some protest. All right. Let's see here. Very good. And he also says there's another solar eclipse in April. That's right. I think it's April 9th, if I'm not mistaken, or is it 18th? And when it goes into totality, you'll be able to see a comet by the naked eye. They are calling it the Green Dragon because apparently it looks like one. I have this gut feeling inside of me that soon Shiite will hit the fan. I think they are trying to start a civil war. It's pretty scary out there. My LCS is closed for 9 days, expanding. Wow, okay, so they're expanding. That's wonderful news. That's good news, Liquid Electrum. Edgar FM is here. Welcome and good to see Richard Metcalf. Cemetery Shop is still with us tonight. Good to see Red Crawler is here. Glad you guys are with us as we march on. You've got Ominous Rooster. Cash is king. As an emergency fund, should have enough to support the hard time at least 6 months. Treat it as an insurance plan, but yes, precious metals are a good backup. Indeed, they are. Dice forever. Wrong. CBDCs will be implemented soon because governments need to compete with Bitcoin. No, they do not. They do not need to compete with Bitcoin. They can just ban Bitcoin. That's all they got to do. That's no problem. They don't need to do it anytime soon. And they can't. They're not ready yet anyway. All right, have a good night, Cyber Curtain Twitcher. And appreciate you being here. CCT, you were the man. Have a wonderful evening. Always appreciate. Edgar is new to stacking. Well, everybody will give Edgar a very warm welcome. We're glad you're here. Thank you, Edgar. That's awesome. Very cool. And the Rubber City Rebel says, taxpayers will bail out the banks. No worries. Yep. That's basically what I said in that video, too. That's right. Robert Schneiderhold here says the following. Let me get to this where I can make it the most efficient. Come on now. Let's get this thing going. Got to come across here. I never heard of a financial crisis happening in an election year. You're right, Sal. Expect the same old, rinse and repeat. In the far future, the dollar will collapse just like all fiat currencies have. That's a long way from now. As far as the national debt is concerned, do you really think the government has an inclination about paying it back? Not going to happen. Not now, not ever. The Federal Reserve is the greatest magic show on earth. Exactly right. They will not pay it back. They'll just wipe it out first. All right. Oh boy, yeah, very well could have killed Raw Dog Letard. I tell you what, he's probably eating his 5-ounce Mount Rushmore ATBs that he got a monster box of and bragged about. Remember that, Alan Gold? I got these things. I'm gonna make a bunch of money on these slave tards. David C, first like, Sal. Thank you. All right, this is the video inspired by Alan Gold. People are going crazy for gold right now. It's nuts. This is a good thing. People also need to start paying attention to silver. It's a better buy. Yep. I think it's not a bad idea to look at silver. Stare into the Klaus orb. Yes, indeed. You want to get hypnotized, stare into the Klaus orb. Good to see James Smith is here. Welcome. Good to see you guys. All right. Nikolak 44 AJ Epic. I think he's new here. Appreciate you. He says there's something sinister going on behind the scenes to the record gold highs, and it's not retail investors. Is it bank bail-ins, economic depression, World War III? There's a lot of people who know the plans months before us. My portfolio already contains 5% gold max, so I've been investing in Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin's at an all-time high too. It's crazy. All right. Let's see here. Platinum is a new gold. Platinum, I think, is undervalued. I think it's going to probably shoot up, too. I'd like to get one of those 5-ounce platinum bars that Alan's got. I think that's cool. All right, Dakini Woman. Oops. Dakini Woman says, thanks, Sal. You always keep us so well informed. Well, thank you, Dakini. I appreciate you coming by and checking out the video. You're the man. Red Crawler, in honor of Nick, what did you have for dinner? Oh, thank you. We missed Nick. I mentioned him the other night. I wonder what he's up to. I hope he's doing okay. I had me, actually, once a week, I like to splurge on the old Mickey D's. I had a Big Mac meal tonight. Yep. Yes, I did. I had an old Big Mac tonight. But I did exercise to work it off. Some of it off, anyway. No censorship. Bag holders gonna hold bags. The way it is. Dump to $1,500 coming soon. All right. Well, we'll see. That could happen, but that would require central banks to sell off, I think, in order for that to happen. I don't see that happening. Central banks are not going to dump their gold now, especially in the BRICS nations. Platinum says, Gold Chick, yes. I'm a big fan of platinum. I may have to be buying more platinum this year. Yes, those PAMP 5-ounce platinum bars, and you got 2 of them. And I love, man, that would be so cool to have one of those things, man. Wow. And bomb diggity. Tiki Tave says, honestly, I hope it holds steady for a while. I need to add some ounces. Yes, I hear you. I hear you. And we have a Bosnian Stacker with a comment here. Let's get to this. Let me make this happen. And then go over here. I'm going to get things ready. We are about 8 minutes away from the polls closing. And we're going to check it out in a moment to see if we have any news at all coming from any of these states. Bosnian Stacker says, I do not know, my friend, but something is happening in Idaho, Utah, and Nevada. There are a few things that I have noticed about banks that I do business with. Number 1, they do not carry as much cash as they used to inside their banks. 2, any checks above $5,000, it takes 3 weeks to clear instead of 5 days. That was happening the last 30 years or so. 3, they discourage you from taking any cash out of your private accounts and strongly suggest that you use debit or credit cards from their institutions. Wow. 4, if you want to close your personal account above $10K in cash, it takes 2 to 3 weeks to get that money back. Strange world we live in for sure. I have not seen that at my bank yet, Bosnian, but that is troubling. That is concerning. That is something else. Wow. Hello, Southeast Stacker. Southeast Stacker, good to see you. Welcome, everybody. Glad you're here with me here tonight. We're waiting for the polls to close here in some of these states. We're just going to track it here. In fact, I'm going to pull up. Let's see what we've got here. I don't know exactly what we're going to have here, but we'll keep an eye on that for sure. All right, nickel stacking, mostly elite because we know something big is going to happen. Insiders, I just got a gold coin for $10 below spot. Don't understand how that happens. Wow. Well, I think the price is rising up so much, maybe some places can sell for that cheap. I don't know. We'll see. All right. We've got $1 says, he sent it to me also, was thinking this was a coincidence. And to think I was buying a 1.25 ounce gold Eagles for $20.25 per ounce 8 months ago. I would buy more, but will not pay that 8.5% sales tax. Oh, that's got to hurt. Need to wait for the coin show and its unofficial tax haven. Yes, exactly. Very true. Silver Hair Stacker is here. He's voted interesting Proposition 7 on Texas ballot, gold and silver in the Texas Bullion Depository for use as legal tender. So it was a ballot initiative. That is awesome, Silver Hair. Thank you for letting us know. We appreciate you, my friend. That's cool. So if you're in Texas, vote for that Proposition 7 and the gold and silver in the Texas Depository as legal tender. Wow. All right, M. David says, buy high, sell low, the human way. Thanks, Al, for the video. Thank you, brother. Yes, indeed, the human way. Metal Seer with a $5 super chat says here, answer, a young Liberty is wearing a winged Liberty cap, causing many to think it is the god Mercury, who is a male. Freed Roman slaves wore Liberty caps. Yes, thank you. That's exactly right. Yep, it's actually a female version of Liberty wearing a winged Liberty cap. And it is not the god Mercury. That's exactly right. All right. Thank you, Metal Seer. All right. Shiny Man here says the following. Let me put this down there. He says, Sal, just looking at the chart and using the pure technical analysis, gold is likely headed to 3K by year end or next year. Of course, nothing goes straight up, but it will zigzag its way up. Yes, by technical analysis, but I really don't rely too much on that. It's a lot of math and predictive analysis, but it's possible at its current trajectory it would make sense, but there's so many things that can knock it back down, even in this current climate, believe it or not. They can knock it back down to, I don't think much below 2,000 if it were to be knocked down, but hey. But do not be surprised if it does go back down. Hot sticks in the city. Yeah, sing it with me. He says, silver still nowhere. Don't hold your breath. There's always a reason for silver to stay down. I know, I hear you. And it did tamper back down a little bit today. It did a little bit. All right. Very good. Let's see here. Let's press on forward here. Come on now. And I've got to pull something else up too. I know that's what she said. Just a minute here. We'll keep an eye. I've gotten getting the websites up so I can check this stuff. I'm not going to pull them up for you to see. I'm just going to have them in the background. Just kind of do a little bit, just reporting a little bit here as we go, as we see some things, and kind of report the news as I see it. And Bots and Stacker, it's probably a bunch of sheep buying some gold out of fear, buying at the high prices, selling at the low price, and getting burned out. Yep, that's what I'm warned against for sure. Oh, okay, all right, so the screenshot that Alan Gold sent was from eBay. Wow, which means if that was just from eBay, likely they have a lot more. Now, Alan Gold, are you still here? This is intriguing. Okay, that was from eBay. I actually contacted some other bullion dealers to ask them how many they sold in the last 24 hours. They would not tell me, or they could not tell me. So if they're doing this on eBay, and Bullion Exchanges, by the way, is not a big bullion dealer. They're not that, I mean, they're big, but they're not that big. So to have that many, 500 and some odd, just from their eBay sales, and then you couple that with their website sales, man, in 24 hours, that's huge. It's crazy. But yeah, I did contact APMEX and JM Bullion and others, and I looked on several other websites, could not see any of that data, but that was just on eBay. That's something. Wow, that makes it even more powerful. I think that there's something going on there. That's crazy. Thank you for that clarification. Hillbilly Stock Picks says here, the banks will be fine. I wonder if that guy Hillbilly is still alive over on Dave's on the news unit. I wonder if that guy's still alive. Hillbilly was funny. The banks will be fine. The government can keep things propped up for as long as they want. They have bailed out banks many times now. Why would people think next time will be different? Exactly. History repeats itself. They always jack up the prices of silver and gold in March and April when people are getting their tax refunds and money from tax loss harvesting. And demand, however, is dropping drastically, and the supply is actually rising. You take supply and demand into consideration, that alone will bring the prices down. Each day demand is decreasing by 2 to 3% for the last 2 weeks. Now is not the time to be buying. That's my opinion only, yeah. And they're going crazy today, for sure, at least today. That may be even something that has been happening for the last couple of days. But what Alan showed was just from the last 24 hours. Imagine what it would have said yesterday. It'd be very. What will it say tomorrow? Hello, Mike Herrera. Good to see you. My britches are electrum on this video. Told you they would pull the rug out of crypto. Didn't think it would be in the same day, hitting record highs for the year. Gold and natural gas was basically the only thing up. Told you gold was going to explode. Kept saying it's coming, just wait. Probably pull back with more spikes upward coming. Maybe so. But of course, I can't tell you how many people have told me in comments, I told you it was going to go up. I told you. Of course, I can't keep track of what everybody says in the comment section of my videos, so I don't know if it's true or not. Oh man, Hillbilly is still alive and as crazy as ever. He will outlive us all. My goodness gracious. I remember I had him on the channel here and he went crazy. He started cussing all over the place, saying some racially insensitive things. It was nuts. I almost had to cut him off, but I kind of changed the subject and I don't know what I did to do it, but I was able to pacify Hillbilly for a split second. Metal Seer, factoid, U.S. Mint spends 2.7 cents making a 1 cent piece. You know what, Metal Seer? I just saw the most recent report that I think is 3.3 cents now from the latest report. And I don't know where I saw that. I think it might have been over on coinnews.net, Metal Seer. Check that out. I think it's over 3 cents now. Crazy to think about it, isn't it? Inflation even affects the production of our own coins. All right. Carrie Taryn says, the spike on Sunday night sure didn't last very long. Yes, on that Sunday night where you were here with us when we saw it. I don't have the money for purchasing gold right now, so it doesn't matter to me. When I do, hopefully it will be down again, but more likely it will be higher. Yep, I know. It's my luck too. Yes, indeed. And thank you again, Metal Cedar. Appreciate you, brother. You lucked out. We haven't had a single scam call since you joined us here tonight. And let's see here. One of many, the power of gold. You know you give me fever. That's right. You give me gold fever. You give me the fever for the flavor of gold. Not Pringles, but gold. Amber Pride. eBay will show number sold. Okay, yep. Thank you. Thank you. And I should have gone to eBay. Dang, I should have gone to AppMex and eBay too and see what they show. All right. And Michael Stevens says, they have faked the Eagles. I know because I bought 20 at marked prices. Turns out plated steel. Wow. Where did you buy them from? You gotta be very, very careful where you buy things from these days. Was it Temu? Calvin Cooper, good evening, Sal, and another rainy day down there in Georgia. I have only been buying gold for the last 3 months. All right, there you go. He's been only buying gold the last 3 months. And now you're probably having a happy day today. Loose cannons are fun cannons, that says Mr. Ninja. That's right. That's kinda, if you're thinking what I'm thinking about, then I agree. Let's see here. Yep, if I see a cent laying on the side of the road, I will pick it up, no matter what. I'm that cheap. I'll pick a cent off the ground. Heck, even if I saw a $100 bill laying on the ground, I'd even pick that up too. That's how desperate I am. All right. All right, now let's go to Matthew Crestlife. Sal, thank you so much for making me save for all the gold I have. I'm going to hold off and see what the markets do before I buy any more. Sometimes it's good just to hold off and wait a bit and see where things go. All right, let's see here. It is after 7 now. Let's see if there's any races being called. I'm looking over at first polls on High Stakes Tuesday. Closing soon as Trump and Haley go head-to-head for nod. So far, nothing yet. Live updates. Biden projected to win Democratic primary in Iowa. That's the first one. So, Democratic primary in Iowa is projecting Biden to win. That's a shocker. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? All right, let's see here. And let's see. 7 p.m. All polls have closed in Vermont and Virginia. Vermont could be Nikki Haley's best chance to win a state tonight, thanks to moderate Northeast Republican voters and an open primary system. Virginia is also holding an open primary, and she could do well in suburban areas near D.C. Both states also host Democratic presidential primaries tonight, where President Biden is widely expected to win. So there it is. So we're going to keep an eye on this here and see what happens through the course of the evening. But so far, the only state that's been really called, if you want to call it that, is Iowa for Biden. All right. Let me see if I can do this. All right. We got the AP as well. And so, all right, yeah, nothing yet. It's only minutes after. North Carolina doesn't close until 7:30. So we're going to keep an eye on these things, but we're going to go back to the comments now and see what people are saying. We got World Money Wins. I'm slowing down greatly right now. I have some orders coming that I placed before this run-up, but I'll be buying much less for a while. Me too. I've got some orders that I placed quite a while ago. Both are being shipped. Okay, Virginia picked Biden as well, says Red Crawler. All right, so that is coming across here. Thank you. Virginia has picked Biden. I guess that wasn't a surprise either, but thank you, thank you, thank you. And and I'm going to refresh this here. Let's see here. See if we have anything else that's popped up. Because the AP is actually slow and loading. What do we have here? Let me just pull this back again. Okay. So we'll wait for more stuff to happen here. All right, let's get over here too. Just Head Adventurer says gold may be on the verge of a breakout. Wouldn't be surprised if it hits $2,500 by April. It could. It very well could, but do not be surprised if it pulls back some too. I'm just saying. We tend to get too excited and think it's going to continue to run up. But usually we get disappointed. One is none. It says here in this video, they aren't going nuts in the physical market. The premiums are lower than I've seen in a very long time. Plenty of supply, but they're buying a lot. It's going nuts. There's people buying. One is none. If you watched my video, I told you exactly what was happening. Just because the premiums are low, they're low for today. And there's supply there, but they're being bought up like crazy. They're being bought up like crazy right now. Those premiums may change tomorrow. And I talked about premiums in this video too. This is an example of a comment that I addressed every single thing in this comment. And you can tell when somebody doesn't watch a video based off their comments. It's amazing that someone takes the time to actually comment on a video they don't watch. I guess that's one of the pet peeves of mine. But anyways, SCP site role play. Buy gold now while it's cheap. Get ready for the bull run. Too funny. All right. Let's see here. I broke 2,000 ounces of silver. Started when COVID hit. Got gold. Wow. Man, you blew past me. And I've been stacking for years because I've only got about 2,000 ounces of silver. Way to go, Liquid Electrum. That's amazing. Wow. All right. Let's see here. What we got here? No more updates yet. No more updates yet from Fox News anyway. And Drudge Report's not showing anything other than the AP, and that site is crap. Bezos is now the world's richest man. Let's see here. And Stephen Cousette says, a 6% jump in gold over 3 days, that's pure magic. And the best part, the trend is not even going down. I guess according to some of the statistics and the analytics, you might be right. You might be right. Cemetery Shop says, I'm going to wait a minute. Got my last purchase in just before the explosion. Who knows? Maybe it's the last time. I would say it's madness, but it was expected, yes. Well, yep, I mean, I kind of wasn't expecting it to happen this soon, but indeed it did. Very good. All right, let's slurp our way to the next comment. And DD Prepper is here. Welcome, DD Prepper. Good to see you, sir. Welcome. Ridge Runner says explore on this one. Thank you, brother. We're going to try our best. And weight these things. Let's see here. Let me do a live update. Come on now. First results from Iowa. 7 p.m. Republicans have been caucusing in Alaska. Voting ends in North Carolina at 7:30. So nothing. This thing was last updated 52 minutes ago. Wait a second. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. Yep, Virginia Democratic primary, Joe Biden projected to win. They have not called Virginia yet for Trump or Haley, but we'll keep an eye on that. But there's the latest, 93% in Virginia. That's crazy. 93.8% in 2,228 votes. Something seems off there. I can't imagine. All right, let's see here. Constitutional Stacker is here. Welcome, Constitutional Stacker. Good to see you, my friend. Been a little while. Hope you're doing well. All right. All right. Have a good night, Kevin Moores. Thank you, Kevin. Kevin Moores, have a good evening. Thanks for popping in. He's going to go check out and eat some supper tonight. And we're going to come back to that. Let's see what we've got. We'll check that as more updates come in. I'll take your advice and wait. There you go. Sometimes it's good to wait. Wait through this. Now, if the prices go up, don't blame me. If they just keep going up and up and up, but I kind of doubt that's going to happen. And Slurpo Fry from CS. Thank you. THS says we need to abolish the Federal Reserve and get back on a gold standard. Yes, that would be nice. And get all your cash out and buy gold and silver. Get ready for March Madness, Grandma. That's right, exactly. And get ready, get ready. All right. All right. Thank you, Constitutional Stacker. Have a good night, my friend. All right. Okay, New York Times has an online map for the elections. All right, we'll have to look at that. Okay, let me see here. They usually do. That's one thing I will say about the New York Times. They do have good good maps, good reports. And we're pulling that up now. Let's see here. Oh, dang. And live updates. Here we go. All right. Trump is up. There we go. All right, there we go. I don't see maps, but we're seeing some data come in. Virginia, Trump with 1% in reporting. Trump is up 26. And the New York Times estimate of final margin would be Trump up 22 in Virginia. But it's really early. Republican delegate count so far. Trump has 273. Haley has 43. You need 1,215 to win. And this only results we're getting right now are Virginia. And very good. So we'll see what happens there. Thank you, guys. Let's see. So we'll keep that one open. I think the New York Times is best. And I don't know. They used to have them in the past. But that does seem to be the best. I'm just going to use that one for now. They have all the states, and they're showing them show all. Let's see what we've got here. Vermont, Trump is up 12. And we're looking at the Republican primary results because the Democrat, I don't think there's going to be any question there for the Democrat results there. But anybody has any news to report there, let me know. And let's see here. All right. Big Bush Ape says, started stacking in 2016. Don't know what the price was for any of my purchases. Yeah, I really didn't keep the best records for some of that stuff, too. But anyways, Metal Seer. Thank you, Metal Seer, with the $2 super chat. Says, prediction, Trump will win all Super Tuesday states. All right. And many people feel he will. I guess if anyone... that he may not is Vermont. But right now, Vermont numbers are coming in. That's the one that Haley stands the best chance. And Trump is up 18 with 1% reporting right now. Those numbers just came in with 17 delegates at stake. Trump is up 18. New York Times estimate of final margin would be Trump up 8. But there could be a surprise there, which I think is the lowest margin up. I think there's an 80% chance in Tennessee that Trump is going to take it. But we'll see here. Thank you guys for being with us tonight. We're watching these polls start to come in. We're not going to watch all of them because Alaska doesn't close until midnight and their caucuses end then, and that's midnight Alaska time. So, oh yeah. And B-Bob says, stacking gold and silver is fine. People are worried about the world economics. I'll pick up some gold if I can. It's expensive, but food might be high soon, too, when the fiat disappears. Food is already up. I think it was Metal Seer who said in a comment that food is up 11%. So it's crazy. All right, let's see here. David McKenzie says, feeding frenzy for the sheep. How's that for my sheep impression? Did you like that? All right. Mojave Gold on this buying frenzy for gold here says the following: sheep will always flock after the other sheep. Recently, I've only been building up gradually by melting and purifying scrap, carat gold, and e-scrap picked up on the cheap. I still buy some silver, but only when I'm offered it at a really attractive price. Way to go. That's awesome. Very, very good. You get it on the cheap. Norwegian Maid is here. I'm an election judge in Minnesota. That's cool, Norwegian Maid. That is awesome. You need to watch them up there, so I'm glad we got a good person like you there for sure, especially during the general, as Minnesota could prove to be pretty important in the general indeed. Good to see Norwegian Maid. So glad you're here. Phillips Media says, I've been told bad this month and purchased silver thanks to YouTube. BYB and Atkinson's 2024 silver Britannia at 10 times above spot, which means I might have to spare cash to put my action fund, into which fund more silver purchases in the form of numismatics. Yeah. All right. Very good. Let's see here. My coffee is getting cold right now. And let's see what the results are right now. Let's refresh this here. With 3% reporting, Trump is up 28. I think the New York Times estimate of final margin is shifting based off of what's reported in. That's kind of weird because it shifted for both of them. Trump up 28, Vermont up Trump 25. Of course, I don't know what that plus 28 and 25 means, but I guess that's delegates, right? I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. Anyways, let's see here. But some of these are winner take all, so I don't know. But 4% of the tally has been voted so far in Virginia, and now Trump is up 30. I don't see a map, though. Let's see here. Let's see. We'll get back to that in a moment. I'm going to actually check and see if any other big news websites are calling any of these races outside of Biden cruises to victory in Vermont, Virginia primaries as Trump battles it out against Haley. So no races called yet in the Republican primaries. I kind of am surprised, but anyways, but I digress. All right. Let's refresh this here. Thank you so much, THS. I appreciate that, my friend. You're the best on YouTube, hands down. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that very, very much. I try my best, and I'm glad you guys are here. It's you guys that make the channel great. So, thank you. All right, now we're starting to see some numbers pop up, or some things here as we see some of these polls start to make their way through some of these states. Virginia up 32 for Trump. Trump up 25.5 in Vermont. Those are the first two. All these delegates up for grab, but we'll keep an eye on everything tonight. Okay, let's see here. We've got T-Girl, my Amber, my metal buys are on hold until these jackwagons, Johnny. Lately, oof, stop raiding the shelves. In the meantime, I will enjoy my gains. There you go. Yes, indeed. Enjoy those gains, indeed. Bing bong. Yep, got a couple 2024 sovereigns a week ago. Spot now is $5 above what I paid. Yes. Amazing. Amazing. Makes it very nice. World War Reporter. Nice. I got some today in silver also. All right. Again, congratulations on your purchase. And 1964 quarter, I think this is who this is. I bought most of mine at $17 an ounce. It's now 23. That's $16 profit. The ratio is roughly 90 to 1 for the same amount of money I invested as the price of gold is 90 times. 16 is a tremendous profit, just the way I look at it, which performs better. That's $1,400 profit for the same amount of investment. Gold did not go up $1,400. Good point. Good point indeed. All right. We have got, and thank you, thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that, Jeff. And Nelson, you the man. Metal Seer with the $2 super chat says 3 companies own 19,000 Atlanta homes renter nation. Wow. They have a monopoly, I guess, on the Atlanta renter nation. That's fascinating. Man, can you imagine if those companies went under? State result. It shows the states, and then click on Virginia. It shows which counties. Okay, thank you, Dent. 123. I'll do that. And DD Prepper. Whoa, DD Prepper with their very first super chat on this live stream. I owe you guys some push-ups. Thank you, DD Prepper. You are the man. I appreciate that so much. Wow. And Senator Menendez has just been nailed with more charges, according to Silversmith. Let me do 9 push-ups for the last couple of super chats who come in here. And DD Prepper, give him a warm thank you for that. That's very kind of you, sir. I appreciate it. Let me do these, and then maybe I'll pull that New York Times website up and show you guys while we're here. Watching these numbers come in. It is Super Tuesday. Let me do these 9 push-ups. I might even do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Yeah, we're obviously not going to get California. I know that one tonight, as long as I'm going to be on here, but let's see here. Okay, let me pull this up here. Means I got to get my boilerplate back, but that's okay. And close it down there. So here we go. So if we click on Virginia, for instance, there's the map. That's cool. All right. Dang it. That didn't do that when I had it in my other browser, so I'm not sure what's going on there. So there we go. 62.9% reporting. 48,120. 10% of votes in. To Haley's 35 so far. And likely Haley's going to do better than in the cities. And but so far, it looks like Trump is ahead. Well, of course, yeah, they're Alexandria. Of course, Nikki Haley is going to be ahead of Trump. That's right around the Beltway. That just goes to show you kind of what Nikki Haley is about. That's crazy. All right. There that is. Very cool. All right. And so that's their estimated margin by the end of the night. Yeah. I'll give the New York Times this for election results. They're pretty on it. Let's look at Vermont. Very little, 2% of votes in. Nikki Haley, of course, is ahead in some of these counties here. Or cities, there's a cities there. Likely she'll probably dominate in these sections. Montpelier, East Montpelier. So they report in these little sections is how they do it. That's interesting. These little sections of the counties. I don't know what these things are, but anyways, there they are. Ron DeSantis is actually still on the ballot there and getting some votes. Crazy. But that's what's happening. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here. If she's going to win, it's going to be this state. Because, yeah. It's saying in the membrane. All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Stick with me. All right, man. The White Mamba. Just buy when you believe your desired precious metals is undervalued, or set aside money each paycheck until you can afford a desired PM. Yep, and that's what I teach people for the 1 ounce gold challenge. And very good. All right. Good evening to you guys. Glad to see you guys here tonight. I appreciate you joining me here. We're doing an election watch here tonight for Super Tuesday. So we're watching the results as well as commenting on some of your comments here, and I appreciate you joining us here tonight. Gill against Island. True, gold can't be hacked, but it can be stolen. It sure can. Gotta guard it. You gotta guard it. And Constitutional Stacker. Metals have always made me crazy. Crazy in love with them. Yes, indeed, that's right. Gonna get crazy in love. Mark Kilroy on this crazy video says the following, and I quote directly: "What if $2,100 is low? All the experts are predicting a $1,000 gain this year, and the sky is the limit. Financial collapse is on the horizon. Real estate is already on the way down, as well as people are getting paid off, and the morons running things keep printing. They do, but the so-called experts have been wrong many, many, many times. Many, many times." But anyways, very good. All right, let's see. John Bannon is here. Welcome. And let's see here. All right, Virginia has just been called for Trump. Virginia has just been called for Trump. There it is. Let's see here. Democratic won the primary. And let's see here. That's what that check means. Donald Trump has defeated Nikki Haley in the Virginia Republican primary, according to the Associated Press. His first major victory of Super Tuesday. Virginia has 48 delegates, which will be allocated proportionally based off the final vote tally. So it's a proportional state, but he will win it. Let's take a look at it again and see what we've got here. Donald J. Trump wins the Virginia Republican primary. We can make that call tonight because they made the call. So what the heck? Old Uncle Sal would make the call too. Donald Trump has won with 20% of the votes calculated. So far, 63 to 34.2%. This state and Vermont are the two states that Nikki Haley would stand any semblance of a chance. And she's already lost this state and probably will lose Vermont too. I think Metal Seer's right. Nikki will probably not win any state, and nor should she, by the way. She's only hurting herself, and she's hurting the Republican Party. She's hurting pretty much everything. And why? Because she's being bankrolled by the other party. And it's just, she's kind of showing her true colors. And honestly, I hate to say it, because I really liked her as ambassador, and I agreed with a lot of her policies before, and still agree with some of them. But she really has kind of shown some of the colors, her true colors, since her campaign announcement video. Her campaign announcement video gave you a hint as to who Nikki Haley was. If you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about. She uses identity politics from the get-go, and she keeps using identity politics to try to better herself. And I think that's I just think that's wrong. I just think that's fundamentally wrong. And also don't feel that she either doesn't understand the bill that came out of the Senate that was pretty much crap. She didn't understand, because she was saying that Trump is missing, that we're missing opportunities to secure the border. That bill would not have secured the border. That bill would have actually restricted the president and any incoming president, and was made to thwart the next president, which is likely, hopefully, going to be Trump. So, anyways. Yeah, she's really not even using her real name. Exactly, that's right. Yep, and it's a shame. And she's not fully committed to supporting the nominee. So, anyways. Yep, Democrats are voting for her to prop her up. And that's exactly what Virginia has. Virginia, you can do that. But these other states, and there's some of these places are just like crazy, and that's because it happened. These cities are where it's happening. Look at that, and that's where most of the Democrats are, is in the cities. Like here, I can't, this map is, I don't know if I can click in the map. I can't make the map bigger, but see, all the cities have the, I'm actually kind of surprised Virginia Beach. Let's see what Richmond has. Richmond, though. Wow, this is kind of strange. Okay. All right. Okay, vote share. There's Haley's vote share. This is actually kind of cool. I got to give the New York Times some credit. Thank you to whoever sent me this link. I forgot how good the New York Times was at reporting this stuff. They're the best at that, and I'm not a big fan of their politics, but thank you. All right, hey Keith B, thank you for popping in tonight. Have a good night. See you next time. Thank you for popping in, my friend. Were you the one that shared this with me? Virginia here keeps populating here, 20%, 101,310 votes for Donald Trump. Ron DeSantis is still there. But see, always urban Democrats that tilt the vote. That's right. Lars Job, good to see Lars Job is here. Welcome, Lars. So we're going to keep an eye on this. Let's take a look at Vermont. They're the only two states that are reporting right now. And Vermont is showing Trump up 14. Two new updates. Let's see what they are. A big day of voting in March will point the way to November. Polls close in Vermont and Virginia first. 2 of 15 states begin tabulating votes. And Nikki Haley doesn't have as many great opportunities to win a state tonight, but Vermont is one of them. And the early results point towards a close finish. So it may be close in Vermont. Although, according to their indicators, in Vermont, Trump will be up more than he is now. Let's take a look and see what the Vermont looks like now with 4%, slow in reporting there. But Donald Trump is up 55.3, but we see more and more of these little hamlets coming out for Nikki Haley. And we're dotting it there with this kind of greenish color there. We'll keep an eye on that. Others are not reporting yet, so only 4% in, so it's really too early to tell. But we're going to keep an eye on that as we continue to press on forward. But Trump has gained his first victory tonight. Not much of a surprise, Virginia. And let's see here. No IQ, Salgorithm. Thank you, No IQ. Appreciate that, brother. It all helps. It means a lot to me that you're watching the videos. Edwin Tan says, hey, Sal. Hello to you, and thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Go Back says, when Sal has an upload, I know I'm going to really enjoy the next 15 minutes. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, and it means a lot to me that you watch. Yeah, rural districts always take longer to report. That's right. That's exactly right, Lars. By the way, we have a good crowd here tonight. Thank you guys for joining me. We are keeping an eye on the polls as they close in some of these early states. We won't be up all night watching this, but we're catching some of the early victories and see what happens. And I appreciate the thumbs up and support with the super chats and PayPal. And let's see here. John Bannon says things won't be good this year. Keep prepping and stacking. Yep, I think we may see. And even if it doesn't, things could get crazy this year. There's no question about that. That's a real possibility for sure. Skate Army is here. Good to see you. CM is here. And let's see here. Choosy Who from 44 minutes ago says the following. Let me get to it. Says just buy and hold gold to enjoy the gold price uptrend. Yes. There you go. Hold on to that gold. Fred Farkle says, good job, Alan Gold. But what does Alan Silver say? Oh, man, if only Alan Silver could tell us. Skywalker says, yep, not buying right now. Probably a good idea to sit this one out. Be happy with what you've got. Medic, go get to Sal's studio. I think he's having a stroke. Oh, let's hope not. No. They're going crazy. I'm not going crazy. 137th here. All right, thank you. We got 137 thumbs up. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. I appreciate it. Jeff Nelson says, the mania has begun, not me. No more FOMO here. The re-roof price has a lot to do with it as well. Got to pay the bills first. Yep. Sorry, you got to re-roof the house. Yes, indeed. All right. User says, hard behavior. Shoulda, woulda, coulda a few years back. Classic. Yes, indeed. That's rep. And MK says, buy at any cost. Gold is limited. You will need gold to buy gold. Yes, but these quick radical moves to the upside usually are met with a correction in due course. Always remember that. People get really hyped up and they get amped up and they buy out of fear. Don't do that. Do not do that. All right. Let's see here. Where are we at? Thank you, Silver Slammer, for the thumbs up. Eagle Steve is here. Welcome, Eagle Steve. We've got Rubber City Rebel says, I only buy the scary dips myself. There you go. Buying the scary dips. I did that too back in March of 2020. Bought a tube of Silver Eagles. I may do a video about that because it was epic. I bought Silver Eagles at $12 an ounce just a few years ago. Kenneth Price bought another quarter-ounce gold today. Not from FOMO. Regular purchase. There you go. All right. There you go. Dollar cost averaging. Fred Farkle, tell it, Sal. Don't hold back on anything. All right. Not anything. So don't hold back on anything. All right. You have a beautiful collection, sir. Thank you, user. Appreciate that so much. We'll answer one more. Then we'll take a look at the polls. Closing up and results as they come in. Troy Ounce says this. On this video says, this gold price surge is most likely due to the whales like Zuckerberg backing the truck up. It'll drop when they're done. It may be, but I tell you what, is he buying from bullion exchanges? I don't know. I'm not sure. But Tom Larson is here. Good to see you. Tony Erickson is still with us tonight. Shadowwork is also here. So is Doctor Who. Glad you guys are joining me tonight. The Asset Stacker is here, just getting home from work. Yes, welcome, Asset Stacker. Good to see you. All right. Do they have a lot of time? It's hard to really say. I wouldn't begin to try to pin a date on it. DD Prepper, thank you again for the super chat tonight. Stacked like a madman. Is there your historical buying opportunity? Gold and silver, back up the truck. Well, yeah, just kind of moderate it. Just think about what's happening in the markets. But it says, excellent report, rocket up. Thank you, DD Prepper. Appreciate that, my friend. And let's take a look here. Now, North Carolina has just closed. And Vermont, we're seeing now Haley is the favorite here, according to the New York Times estimate. Haley is now up 7 in Vermont right now with 7% votes tallied. So Haley may win Vermont tonight. We're going to keep an eye on it. North Carolina, Trump is up 2, and the New York Times estimate of final margin is at 53%. So there you go. All right. So there it is. And Virginia, as we know, Trump is projected to be the winner. He's up 28 now, and that's with a 25% of the polls of the votes being counted. So we'll keep an eye on this. And thank you for voting today if you've voted, no matter who you voted for. And let's see here. Cheers went up at Donald Trump's Super Tuesday watch party after Virginia was called. Trump is expected to speak here in Virginia later this evening, according to Michael Gold. All right. What a name to have on this day. And Alice McFadden, President Biden has won the North Carolina Democratic primary, according to the Associated Press. He was the only candidate to appear on ballots. Dean Phillips and Marianne Williamson failed to qualify in the state. And no surprise there. We'll come back to that in a moment. We have Ahelia House says, I bought my weekly quarter ounce today and $600 even at my LCS. Come on, correction. I was loving my 520 quarter Eagles. Yes. You're buying those a week. That's crazy. One a week. I'd save up for the ounces from time to time. Wolf 09 Golden says here, as we press forward, I was just getting ready to help my young adult daughter diversify into gold, and the price spikes. We will wait and see and wait and get some silver now. Great job as always, Hal. Thank you. Good job, Wolf, getting people educated and excited about precious metals. All right. All right. Okay. John Bannon, gold. I'm waiting and it will come down. There you go. Waiting until it'll come down. Good job, wise man. Yankee Pride. Yukon Cornelius was right when he switched from gold to silver. All right, there you go. A good time to do it. And Dean R. Of course, there we go. Dean R. Smacking the thumbs up and leaving a comment for this algorithm. Thank you. Need all the help I can get there. So thank you so much tonight for that. And by the way, guys, let's do a push-up sale. A push-up sale tonight. What does a push-up sale mean? That means on this Super Tuesday night, now, every dollar donated via Super Chat, I will do 2 push-ups or 2 exercises. Every dollar donated via PayPal, friends and family, I will do 3 for a limited time only. Oh, yes, indeed. All right. There it is. There it is. And Lady Liberty Stacker from 9 years ago. Let me just, it's kind of a long one. We'll go to that. Dale Cooper says, well said. A lot of people think they can jump in and out. It's a very risky proposition if you're looking at a long-term scale. That's right. You got to look at a long-term scale. Shadowwork, greetings to Shadowwork. Good to see you, brother. Hoverbot. Many countries in crisis resort to metals and storage, and the vast amount trying to having to be spent now is flooding the market. Yes, it's true. That was 9 years ago. Roggy here, let me get to this, says the following. Let me do this. You can also tell if he wants to feel better to dollar cost average. If you have 100 ounces at 45, buy 100 ounces at 16 with a new average price of 30.50. There you go. Exactly. Exactly right, Rocky. That's the whole idea of dollar cost averaging. To the Woke Cruise. I'd missed those tickets, Gold Chick. I missed those tickets. All right. Let's see here. Let's do one more, then we'll check the markets. Or not the markets, but we'll check the results. The latest results, the tickers here. We've got Gold Goblin, UK. If you're thinking short-term with precious metals, you're indeed short-sighted. Exactly right. The only money you should put into PMs is nest egg you plan on holding for the long term. You should aim to be in a position that you only have to sell when you want to. You should never need to. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Very good. All right. Oh, Liquid Electrum taking me up in the challenge. Drop and give me 10. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Taking part of the Super Chat sale tonight and PayPal Friends and Family donation sale. Let's take a look at these. We'll keep that open here. And we'll give him 10 push-ups from Liquid Electrum. And thank you, brother. You're the man. Appreciate that, sir. On this Super Tuesday election night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. All right. Feel pretty good about those tonight. Thank you, sir. As we press forward here tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Election night coverage has Haley up 3 so far in Vermont. She's the projection from New York Times final estimation is fairly close to 0.4. Let's take a look at the Vermont map, shall we, and see exactly what's going on there. We see the little localities here. These are hamlets, or these aren't full county results. They do them by the precinct. I guess these are precincts or something. I'm not sure. Or hamlets where they're reporting there. But we see that Haley is up barely. 24-22 to Trump's 22-54. And so there's that. And that's the situation we see there. And crazy. So that's there. And it doesn't tell me how many delegates that Vermont has. We'll take a look back here. Oh, 17 delegates. So likely not going to be a whole lot there in a delegate situation. And Trump is up only 2 there. And so there it is. Now they're showing it as even in Vermont. It's crazy. Even in Vermont between Haley and Trump. With 10% reporting, New York Times estimate of final margin. So we'll see here. All right. There it is. Oh, yeah. So far, Trump has been projected to be the winner in Virginia. And that's the first state so far that we've got unofficial results. And then we've got, let's see what the updates are showing down here. No more really showing anything other new, but so far even now in Vermont with 11% reporting. We'll keep an eye on some of these for a little bit longer, but I don't think we're going to see much of a surprise tonight, folks, but we'll keep an eye on it. Two Chuck says, I sold an ounce Friday at 2,080. Gosh, I wish I held off. I know. Yes, I hear you. Well, I actually sold an ounce. And David Davey, nothing wrong with Maple Leafs. 49's fine. Government minted is a boring, friendly neighbor country. Yep, I love the Maple Leafs. I think they're great coins. Most of us just read Trump won bigly in the morning news. There you go. There you go. That's right, Middle Seer. And likely he will win, hopefully, all the states' Middle Seer is what I'm hoping. All right. And Maria Langley says, thanks, Sal. Appreciate that. Maria Langley means a lot. Coins A to Z says, feeding frenzy for physical precious metals. Say that 5 times fast. Exactly right. Matthew, the rich people own, so now they will push it up for themselves. Most of the dead wood is out. All right. That's why it's good everybody get their hands in the jar. Yes, indeed. And we've got David Davies says, waiting for a pull down to add a little bit more. Large sudden upticks are usually followed by a pullback. I think so. I think we may see a pullback at some time. And it may happen by later this week. AMA 163 William, right now may be the low for the foreseeable future. Could be. That's a possibility. I kind of doubt it right now, but hey, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's always a possibility. Matthew says, not buying, but it is going up. Its time has arrived. Indeed. And Matthew says, it's been a coin collecting since 8, and I'm 67. Been watching silver and gold forever. Wow. So you've seen a lot of movement in the markets over your years. Yes, indeed. 9 years ago, Xander, amazing on this. Silver Bear Bunny unpackaging. Now he goes by Gold Bear Bunny. He upgraded. Very good. And we have IntelliCorrect the Coin Medic says, good info. Thank you so much. IntelliCorrect the Coin Medic. Thank you. And we've got Music Fan. This should be very interesting indeed. The horizon is partially revealed. This was the early announcement video hyping up the first Salivate Metal round. Low Pro says, looks like fun. Wouldn't be wearing flip-flops near that, though. Yep, I know. Exactly. Some dangerous stuff. We were rebels back then. Low Pro says, picked up a couple clad sets myself, but haven't picked up the silver ones. Think I will. Every time we make a comment here, respond to these comments, we draw us closer to the very beginning of the comments on this channel from over 10 years ago. I'm in my 11th year now. We're going to capture all of them if we can. My guess, says BSD, Salivate is opening up his own private mint. I'm contracting with one, and you're right, to mint the Salivate Metal Meow rounds. This will be released once a month for a 30-day period with limited mintages. Well, you're close. First coin will feature Salivate Metal conquering the kitty, little kitty, actually feeding him some catnip, bringing her home. The next coin will show the feats of strength and courage when he cleaned out her litter box. The next we'll just have to stay tuned. I like that. That would be fun. That's great. Thank you, BSD. That was fun to read 9 years later. All right. All right. And we have Paradigm Failure. Struck twice. Salivate Metal proof-like round. I'll be buying if I'm right. The horizon is partially revealed. Yes. And here we've got, who gives these excellent videos a thumbs down must be getting a wrist computer hitting the wrong button. Yes, exactly. All right. And we've got Gun says here on Pimp Sweets 100-gram bars. I could not even imagine how nice and heavy these bars are. My 10th ounce gold coins have weight to them, let alone these 100-gram bars. Great video. Yes, pretty cool. That really is neat to hold. That's an amazing stack of gold. Keeping awesome videos coming. Job well done. Thanks. Well, Guns, I've taken your advice after all these years and have only intensified the releasing of them. Yes, indeed. Good to see you. Soul Patch Jackson is here. Nap41 is here. And let's do a few more comments and we'll take a look at the election results and see what they're saying. I'd like to see one more state call before I go tonight. So hopefully we'll get there and see. Damn, your friend has lots of money. That's $160,000 worth right there. Imagine what it's worth now. Almost 100 ounces of gold. That's worth over $200,000. Mr. Monkey Swag is questioning it. Yes. Well, hopefully now he knows what it is. All right. Let's see here. Let's go over to this and that. Let's refresh this. All right. Now Trump is favored to win in Vermont. Look at this. It's gone back now to Trump. Trump is up 3 with 11%. In North Carolina, only still has 1% in, but Trump is heavily favored there. The margin for Trump is staying around 32 in Virginia, already called for Trump. Have a good night, Matthew. Thanks for being here tonight. Joey Libs is here. Good to see you. You guys are awesome. If you've not done so, if you could hit that thumbs up button, I'd appreciate it. By the way, the push-up sale is officially over. Only one taker for the push-up sale. All right. There we go. So let's take a look at the Vermont map again. Montpelier is the more heavily populated area, and there's nothing that's showing up there yet. So that's going to probably tell us a lot about what's going on there. I don't know who this Ryan Binkley guy is, but he's getting some votes. Fletcher is, and Burlington's a populated area too, and it's going to likely be very heavily Haley. There's such a thing. There it is. All right. So it's kind of really difficult to tell here with this map where things are going. We just have a trickling in of votes coming in, being counted, with Trump barely winning, according to their meters, which will adjust as the night goes on. Not much reason to look at Virginia, other than a lot of votes are coming in, 39%. And Albemarle County is actually showing heavily in Nikki Haley's favor, but only 8% are being counted there. So it's crazy stuff. There it is. But we may not get another state called. Here we go. Okay, we got to move 2% in now for North Carolina. Trump is up 40 points. Trump heavily favored, though, to win there, but still not called yet, with 2% of the votes coming in North Carolina. But with Trump favored so heavily, I would not be surprised if they were to call that soon for Trump. Oh, wow. So Ukraine sunk a Russian ship tonight. Was that a pretty big ship? Crazy. All right. Yeah, so things may escalate from here to there, too. It's crazy. All right. So far, only one state called so far tonight, and that is Virginia for Trump. They've got 48, but North Carolina has 74, so that one's going to be even more important. And it's amazing because he's so heavily favored here. Let's take a look at the North Carolina map here. We can see with 2% coming in, it's kind of a hodgepodge of these counties reporting. With, again, around the cities, where you're going to see more of the Haley stuff come in here. Like Charlotte, would not be surprised, and that's going to be a big one. And Raleigh. It's probably where you'll see these movement for Haley, which is probably why it's so difficult to really be able to tell unless some of more of those numbers come in from these larger areas, and then you're going to start to really get a broader idea of what's going to be happening there. All right. Okay. Duke Nukeman says here, oh, well, here we go. Gold spikes on speculation only to come crashing back down on half a whiff of bad news, and suddenly gold sucks, but silver suddenly does. I'm holding off on buying until things calm down a bit, because the last thing I need is to get burned on buying on the upswing. I'm a wolf, not a sheep. I don't ever buy on hype. Good thinking, Duke. Wise man. Yes, indeed. All right. Have a good night, Bill. Thanks for popping in tonight. I appreciate you joining us. And Seymour Rivers says here, I'm watching this episode this very moment. Well, thank you. I'm responding to your comment about you watching this episode at this very moment. Thank you. New Gen Silver says, seems like there's some Salivate rounds. Can't wait to see them. Indeed, it was. And it's the closest to a full-fledged announcement on them. Looking forward to the full reveal, says the Silver Slacker. Yes, indeed, we did show them. I kind of marketed this, a little hype, but we did it. The Salivate Metal Round. Believe it or not, I was the very first YouTube channel in the history of YouTube to ever have a channel round made of silver. Very first one. They have it struck by an actual mint. That's not a challenge coin, but made of silver. I was the very first YouTube channel to ever have one made. All right. J Silver Channel says, speculative speculation there. Slinky Shiny says, nice, thank you, sir. Appreciate it as we move forward. And we've got this one, like the newer, softer flips. Me too. Yeah, but the softer means it has a little bit of PVC or something else, a chemical in it. W. Prill 4843, my bars came out like crap. I'm going to take a tip or two from this video. Thanks, man, and keep rolling out these awesome videos. Thank you. Ended up not being very good at it, but it was fun. The silver hair stuff looks amazing. Yes, we melted some silver hair into bars. It was pretty cool. I think that was left over from the early nuclear age, using nuclear submarines, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, indeed. And no, it actually came from the nuclear submarines. Anyways, I'm in Iowa. Nice, Voki. Right, in Iowa. Nice to get a viewer from Iowa, especially back then. RG says, I bet Salivate pocketed one of those gold coins before returning to his friend. Now, they had very close eyes on this stuff, and I would never take it from them anyway. Del Rugby says, thanks for the comparison. Good to know. Flipping out over Silver Storage, Soft Kitty 2, the sequel. Yes, indeed. And thanks for the tip salad. Thank you, Eloise Jackson. Old-time viewers we don't see anymore. Show how things change. Stack Rex, pause and reflect. Brilliant. This is why I've been doing a parody video of this great stacker. Thank you. All right. Appreciate that, sir. Sadly, that kitty passed away. Avalanche. OMG. Casting out a retirement account to purchase precious metals. Please don't ever give anyone investment advice ever. Exactly right. Well, to this day, I have still lost on that transaction, but not by much. But, definitely not the wisest thing I've ever done. But I really don't regret it because I got assets that I hold. And in reality, especially where gold is, I may have come out close to being ahead. Not on the silver, though. I bought that silver at $30 an ounce. All right. Let's see here. We're going to press forward here. Let's see what's happening. And all right, look at this. North Carolina has just been called for Trump with 3% of the numbers coming in. Look at that. And Oklahoma has just come in with Christie ahead by 3. Wow, look at that. Oklahoma is in the mix, and Texas is now in. Trump up 50 with 2% reporting, and Trump is favored to win, up 50. Look at that. The numbers are really coming in now. North Carolina called for Trump. Donald Trump won the Republican primary in North Carolina, according to the Associated Press. It's a second victory so far tonight. Look at that. Trump is starting to sail on his way, but this is really weird. Christie is up 3. In Oklahoma, what the heck is going on there? My guess is these are all early votes, but he's dropped out of the race, which means that this is very strange. I can't. And Nikki Haley is in second place. I don't know what's going on in Oklahoma. This is strange. These must have been early votes. I don't like this early voting stuff before Christie dropped out of the race. It's got to be what it is. So they're counting all that stuff in, which is 1848. That'll soon quickly change. And but yeah, crazy. All right. I think that's what this is, early votes. Before he dropped out. Those have already been counted. But look at that. I mean, 24 votes. It's really weird. All of them have 24 votes in every single one of these counties. 24, 21, and 18. The actual number of votes. That's something's glitchy there. I don't know what's going on, but we'll come back to that. There we go. North Carolina, 3% in. 2 states called now for the former president, hopefully to be the next president again. Bruce Bannerman, I like how everybody's wearing steel toe safety shoes in this video. He's being sarcastic there. None of us are wearing steel safety shoes. You should try adding some gold to your bullion collection. Yes. Well, since then I have. I really kind of beefed up my gold purchases. Silver Austin 13, you know he's been around a while. Super sweet, SM. Tell Hugo C's wife to cover those feet. Yes, indeed. Great video. T's really excited on that pour. Thanks for sharing. Thank you, sir. Oh, yeah. I'm the only. Joe Little is here. Welcome, Joe Little. Richie Luxury is here tonight. Appreciate you guys joining me here on the Super Tuesday election results. We're going to be just covering for not a whole lot longer. I actually need to get off of here soon to work on tomorrow's video. The work never ends on this channel, but you guys are worth it, and I appreciate it. So let's refresh this one more time. Maybe they'll call Texas. 5% of votes already tallied in Texas. It's amazing. All right, now Haley is back up again, according to the margins here in Vermont. This is really the only state that she may have a chance to win still, even though the margin is still fairly wide by almost 5 points, or just over 5 points between the two, between Haley and Trump. And but anything could change, as Burlington and Montpelier still have not really fully reported some of the results. I think they're waiting on that before they make any kind of moves. And so let's see what we've got as we press forward here. Scammers must be voting. Yeah, they've not called me. Any more scammers have not called me. It's saying the membrane. All right. Let's take a look here. Oklahoma is still showing Christie up 3 with a Trump of 48 point, but this is an early thing. We'll wait till that ticks up to 3% before we see the map again. But Alabama has just closed and starting the reporting with less than 1%, showing Trump plus 70. Likely that one will probably be called soon. We'll keep an eye on it. But so far, Trump is 2, Haley 0 so far, but we'll see here. Eloise Jackson, Sal, you continue to deliver the goods, my friend. The bar came out very nice indeed. Thank you. I still have that bar, and I've been showing it in videos semi-consistently since then. Hope you will come back out and check out some of the videos. Mr. Vegeta says, the remnants in the crucible, was that leftover silver or something else? That was actually the material, the borax. There was borax in there. Those remnants were left in there. Although sometimes we may see some silver that we'll have to get out. And My Silver Destiny, thanks for the heads up on the word of caution from enticing offers. Yes, indeed. One of my early on warning videos that I've done on the channel, watching out for scams and the like. Thank you, My Silver Destiny. I think it's actually recognized that I responded to these comments from back then. Del Rugby, we need to cover those toes. That's right. Cover those toes. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, but it's pretty dangerous. Frugal Life says, that was cool to watch. I see someone was wearing their industrial safety flip-flops. Yes, indeed. That's right, exactly. Thrival Global, keep stacking. We're going to do that. And in these series of videos, we kept pouring. Silver Siren, very cool to see it go from liquid to solid so quickly. It really does. Silver being the most conductive, it does react to heat very well. Gosantante says, I rated an MS69. Thank you. All right, nice. Stock Jockey says, Salivate by request, old school Motley Crue Red Hot from the Carnival of Sins Blu-ray disc. Yes, you're right. Red Hot. Talented Incorporated, too. All right. Steve AUAG says, very cool. Thank you, Steve AUAG. And MH Andrew says, awesome video. Would love to try this one day. It is fun. You have the right tools and equipment, and you're safe. Very, very nice stash, says Red Rubber Ball. Thank you so much. This is my second most popular video now. Ronnie W. Gold, some very nice gifts. How nice is Silver Bear Bunny? Yes, indeed, sure was. Let's do one more. Monarch Pool Plaster says, now understand Scrooge McDuck. Yes, me too. Let's get over here to the Super Tuesday, see what's happening here. Trump now called in 3 states. Tennessee is snuck in with 2% reporting. Trump up 62, projected a 57-point win. I've heard that the polling was at 80% before this late of the next election, but Tennessee has now reported another win for Donald Trump. That's 3 wins tonight. 3 wins for Donald Trump here on this very evening here, Super Tuesday. Out of 16 states, that also includes American Samoa. Liquid Electrum's drunk aunt lives in Oklahoma. Wow. Oh, man. Man, maybe she voted for Christie. Trump, though, so far is furthest ahead projected-wise and in number of votes in Alabama, but less than 1% reporting. All right. Texas, 9% reporting. Trump up 53. Haley is now projected still to win by the New York Times estimate margin in Vermont with 18% reporting now. That one may be close. But Trump continues to lead. And Maine is now showing some numbers pop in at less than 1%. Trump up 75. Trump plus 34 is a margin there. So there we go. Overall, now Trump has 288 delegates to Haley's 43. So there's where the margins are right now. All right. Puppy play. Let's read this. We got to make this thing. We've got to get into at least the 1800s here. We've got to do it. I just feel compelled to make it happen. Great advice. I've had 2 requests to make a full stack vid, and the reason why I won't is because I think it creates an environment of competition and forces some of the younger or less wealthy to be overextended and afford to keep up with the Joneses. Yep, I know. I thought long and hard about it before I did it too. We all need to stay within our means, but we all have different means. After all, this is supposed to be an exercise that ultimately puts us in a better place financially. It's silly to overextend in an effort to be financially secured. It's exactly right. It's better for a good person with an ounce than an a-hole with a ton. Exactly right. Very true, very true. All right. Beautiful, says Inma Bell. Thank you so much on this video. 50th anniversary Kennedy unboxing. Back when unboxings were all the rage. I did an unboxing video recently. Hardly got any views, though. Dell Rugby says, here's a Fiat Silver, not 500, not 20. Silver Fiat 500. There you go. Indeed. Crazy. Eloise Jackson, a beautiful model to display the silver. Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Mr. Oldfang, 2 happy snow coined. Yeah. The 20 for 20 series. I have all of them. It's kind of a fun series to collect. Very high premiums for them. But anyways, not a polite Canadian. God, I hope it's a zombie apocalypse. Indeed, it was not. But hey, good guess. And, this is the best looking 20 for 20 I have seen. Might pick one up. And Silver Snow. The snowman did look pretty cool. Actually, I got to say, it was a pretty attractive looking coin. I got the bottle of wine with Ben Franklin on the label. There you go. I like that Liquid Electrum. Awesome. Tax Showed says fiat silver may be a ploy to confuse us. Yes. Take some thought to wrap your head around the worth of these coins, especially as it will track bullion price when silver hits $80 an ounce. That's right, exactly. True that. Good point. Of course, we're still not there yet, but anyways, all right. Let's see what we've got over here. How many states do we have Trump winning? Still just 3. I'm actually kind of, okay, now Trump is up in Oklahoma. I figured that would happen. Now they're actually starting to vote the day of votes. And we can see now that Chris Christie's nowhere to be found now. Out of 9,000 votes now in Oklahoma, they've come to their senses in Oklahoma. That was just the early vote stuff. They had to show the tallies for Chris Christie, or it could have just been a glitch, but I think that likely the early votes, because they still have Ron DeSantis in there as well with 202. So we are seeing how it happened with 4% of the votes in, very heavily, very, very heavily in Donald Trump's margin so far. So there you go. All right. And let's see here. John Bannon will be in Florida. That's cool. Where at in Canada are you now? Are you much in the north side, or Tennessee? As you can see, all of these states, Trump's still up 6 in Vermont, but Haley is projected still to kind of eke it out based off of where things are going now. Metal Seer, Vermont's delegates are 0.7% of the total. Okay, yeah, that's right, because they're only 17. That's right. Thank you, Metal Seer. They're only 17. That's a good point. So even if she wins, it's going to be it's going to be a blip on the radar if she ekes out this state, and it's not going to be by much. I mean, the needle's barely moving in her favor so far, but even if she takes that, and I don't even know if it's a winner-take-all state. If it's not a winner-take-all state, she won't get all 17 of those delegates. But that really puts it into perspective, for sure. Thank you, Metal Seer. No other states called for Trump yet, except Massachusetts and the Republican primary there, with less than 1% reporting, showing Trump ahead 49. And they project that Trump will win by 26, according to the New York Times. And we'll see there. Massachusetts. Minnesota's polls will close at 9 p.m. And we'll see what happens there. Minnesota, that's where Norwegian Maid is coming to us from. All right. Nice. Thank you, Raymond Big Dog. Raymond Big Dog. I wonder what Raymond Big Dog is doing nowadays. Haven't seen him in a while. Hope he's doing all right. FSS Kino says, class today's new word is fiat. Silver, that's right. Can you imagine? Fiat silver, that's right. I may do a video on this again called Fiat Silver. Exactly right. I think it's a fun little topic. I'll have to remember that. Slinky Sinky, is that what was on the horizon? No, this was not on the horizon. It was a Sullivan metal round. A nice snowman coin. Thank you so much. Platinum Skies, still have that coin. Got the whole set. And now we know this is the last comment we'll do on this video, because Mr. Monkey Swag says first, unless somebody else responds and goes back and watches this video now and responds to it. Music Fan says, cute kitty. Thank you, Music Fan. Sadly, that kitty just passed away earlier this year. Have a good night, Rob Moran. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And thank you, SCC Smith, for still being here and watching. And again, thank you, Metal Seer, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. It means a lot. Definitely. And Atomic says, I love the OPM 10-ounce bars. Personal preference, I guess. Yes. I never really did like it, but I got it just as a silver stacking thing. I think it's fugly. Nephili Hercules says, your gold collection is losing value as I type this. Well, as I type this, it's gained big time. Big time. All right. Oh, Raymond. Raymond is still around. Good. He's still doing good. Thank you, Silver Hair Stacker. He knows. Good. Well, tell him I said hello. We miss old Raymond. All right. BSD says, Salivate swallowed some silver and shat a gold nugget. I love it. That is not what happened, believe it or not. Frank Black says, bring back the cat. I wish I could, but the kitty is dead. All right, let's see here. The long, slow goodbye says, I wouldn't buy them. The premium over spot is astronomical. I'd rather save my money and get something much nicer. Yep. SBS, silver bullet, silver shard. Yes, indeed. Play on words with that. Cybercurrent Twitcher, you've managed to get your hands on some gallium. Yes. Gallium indeed. You're having babies. No, not having babies, believe it or not. Suspenseful, says. Still keeping one. Indeed, it was a suspenseful moment. But now the cat is out of the bag. Actually, I never put my cats in bags. I think that's cruel and unusual punishment. I would never do that. James 101-ish. Salivate Metal reveals his face. Oh, man. No. And we've got Swallow says, Slayer sounds. Slayer round. There you go. Can't wait. That would be kind of cool. Hurry up. I can't wait, says Gold Bear Bunny. Well, now you know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. BSD says, wonder if that kitty was born with a silver spoon or litter box. Likely with a litter box. We use a silver spoon to scoop out the litter. Well, hell, says Weezin L888. Yes, indeed. There you go. All right, folks. I think we're going to look one more time and see if any other races have been called. Now we have 4 states that have been called for Trump so far. Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Oklahoma. Oklahoma has just been called for Trump. 4 states. So we've got a good amount there. That's a fourth of the way through of all the states. The biggest delegate grab tonight is 74 out of North Carolina. And with that, I want to thank you all very much for joining me tonight on this Tuesday, Super Tuesday night watch. It's going to be a long night ahead, but I think we all know what the answer is going to be. Who's going to win overall tonight? I'm hoping it'll be a clean sweep, including American Samoa, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But even if she only wins Vermont tonight, it really doesn't matter, as Metal Seer says. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you being here. And thank you so much again for all of your support and your kindness. And I'm going to leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is this: to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. And we will talk to you later. See ya. Have a good night.